Fox News alert, he made a bombshell claim that the United States Army would charge Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl with desertion, and then the Pentagon said that's not true, but Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer is still standing by that story.
I stand by all of those facts. Plus, Bill, if you look at what Admiral Kirby said in the written statements from the Pentagon, they don't deny the material findings of the report or what I said is in the report. They're being very careful how they parse their words, and I think there's reasons why. And I do stand by the fact that my understanding is that Bergdahl's lawyer has been given a statement of charges, a charge sheet that says this is what to expect, that we're coming.
Okay, right now we're joined by Pentagon spokesman, Rear Admiral John Kirby with reaction. Good morning to you, Admiral.
Thanks for having me. Good to be with you.
Okay, so Tony Shaffer and NBC as well say that Bergdahl will be charged. Tony says that Bergdahl's lawyers were given the statement of charges last week that include the allegation of desertion. So is the Pentagon saying that they were not given those charges?
I don't know how that they could be given charges when he hasn't been charged with a crime yet. There have been no charges filed against Sergeant Bergdahl, nor would we ever, before charges are filed against a service member, give them a heads up, hey, here's what's coming. That's just not the way the process works. We're just not there yet.
Would you say that the reports of his desertion are inaccurate, that the men he served with when they came out and described what happened are inaccurate? And why would it take 10 months to put together something that we were able to ascertain in 3 interviews?
Well, first of all, I don't know who you're talking to on these sources. So I don't know who anonymously is passing information that
People
seems to know.
Served with
on camera.
Okay, but now look. So an investigation was done after we had a chance to talk to Sergeant Bergdahl. That was a very thorough, comprehensive investigation. It was the first time anybody had had a chance to talk to Sergeant Bergdahl himself. That investigation is pretty significant in size and scope. General Milley, the 4-star that has been given to now, is going to have to go through that investigation very thoroughly, very carefully, and then make decisions about how the case should be disposed.
Sure.
I can tell you right now, I am absolutely certain General Milley has made no decisions about what he's going to do with this case. As a matter of fact, General Milley is still going through the investigation itself.
Admiral, let me ask you this. Upon Bergdahl's return here, Susan Rice originally said that he's a prisoner of war, but he served the United States with honor and distinction. So many people are wondering if this delay in this investigation and these charges that perhaps will end up coming are political. Is there pressure on the Pentagon to delay any charges on Bowe Bergdahl?
Oh, my goodness, no. That is the most ludicrous claim I've heard in the last couple of days. General Milley has complete freedom to take his time with this, and he has complete authority to come back with whatever recommendations he wants. Good. Nobody's contacting him. Nobody's reaching out to him. He is under no pressure whatsoever in any way.
Well, so you're saying no decision has been made, but at the same time, Tony Shaffer's been told the lawyers have gotten the statement of charges last week that include the allegation of desertion. Admiral, the Pentagon says in the public interest, people are interested in this, and you should act transparently. So how about a timeline on how the Pentagon is going to proceed with this?
Well, we want to be careful that we don't put deadlines on General Milley. But the way this will work is when...
Admiral, all the facts are in. The technical, the operational, the legal facts are all in. There's no reason the general can't make his decision now.
We put deadlines on war.
First of all, this is a big investigation. General Milley wasn't in Afghanistan at the FOB, where the Forward Operating Base, where Bergdahl left. So he has to avail himself of all the information. He hasn't gotten completely through this investigation himself. We got to give him time here. I don't understand what the rush to judgment is here. This young soldier is still an active duty soldier in the United States Army. He has been charged with no crime, and the last time I looked, someone is innocent until proven guilty.
Admiral, that's a great point. But I think the rush is the fact that a lot of people are outraged that 5 higher-ups with the Taliban are in Qatar and possibly en route to Afghanistan. They're outraged that some have gotten killed or wounded, military dog at the very least killed, and they want to see some answers, to see the circumstances regarding what happened to Bowe Bergdahl. How much was he captured, or did he desert? So I think we're very interested in the welfare of those who sacrificed to search and were wounded in that way, and you especially should understand that.
I think you can understand that everybody in the Pentagon well understands the service and sacrifice and the losses, the blood and treasure that have been expended in the last 13 years of war, and how seriously we take all that. I think it's also pretty clear that among all the federal institutions, this one probably more than any other is good at holding each other to account. We hold ourselves accountable. We're a responsible institution, and we pride ourselves on good leadership. And good leadership in this case means taking our time and doing this right.
Will General Milley just go right from his conclusion to the cameras or release, or will he have to go to the White House? And will the White House ultimately be responsible on whether we get this or not?
When we have something to say, you'll hear it probably from here, probably from the Pentagon, most likely from me. We're going to hold ourselves accountable for this process.
Okay. It's always great having you. Admiral, thank you very much. You can tell we've got a lot of questions about Bowe Bergdahl, and when you're ready, you'll let us know.
We look forward to hearing from you again, Admiral. Thank you.
I appreciate you all giving me the chance to talk about it.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right.